What's going on, guys? It is 7:30-ish. We were close. We were actually close. I did say 30 minutes on the post, and we're at 7:37. So, hey, 2 minutes off. I think that's pretty good. Right, guys? Yeah. So, if you notice,
Failure.
there are four of us tonight. What? What?
I said
Why
you
you guys
failed
stop me
us.
in the middle? I didn't fail anybody. I was pretty damn close by 2 minutes. That's better than what we've been before, where it was like,
All right.
I don't know.
I'll allow it.
But, anyways, we have a new face that is gracing the screen. That is Nancy down there. Nancy G, how's it going?
Hi, I'm good.
Cool. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the Geek Saga. So those of you guys out there that don't know, Nancy is a cosplayer. She was at San Diego Comic Con dressed up as Poison Ivy. And that's where Mike was telling us, hey, check out this person. She seems pretty awesome. She's really cool. So we reached out and there she is. So yeah.
Yeah,
But-
that was actually my first time going to.
No.
Yeah.
That was your first time to go to Comic Con or dressing up as?
Going to Comic Con. Yeah.
Wow, that's actually pretty cool to have that as your first con.
Yeah. So I dressed up as like characters like for Halloween and stuff like that. So growing up, like I've always done my costumes, but for Comic Con, that was my first time. It was
That's
so much.
actually really cool. Did you get a lot of people taking pictures? Because I mean, that's always
I had a lot of people, a lot of little girls. Like I loved it. I had so much fun.
I think I've only dressed up once, but I've made costumes for other people, and it's so cool seeing people's reactions and wanting them to be like take pictures with them.
Yeah. I love it.
All right,
So-
what Nancy just said, that's just like a small little portion. I mean, she had tons of. First off, yeah, there were definitely the like the little girls. They lit up when they saw her. Then you saw the other young adult females. Always, they were just there. I mean, Nancy was being modest. She was like, she had like droves of people just like taking pictures with her.
Wow, nice. That's cool. I mean, so LA Comic Con is coming up, and you have plans to. I mean, because you're from the LA area, right?
I'm from Orange County.
I'm sorry, but I mean, it's all right.
It's close by. It's an hour. But
Nothing against Orange County. You got Disneyland, which that's my second home, so I love that place. So I got nothing bad to say. So, but Nancy, it is really cool to have you on. We will talk more about your cosplay right now, as soon as we get through our affiliates, because we got to go through those guys, because we got to keep the lights on. Well, actually, they don't really pay for us too much. But anyways, guys, check it out. Look at we got our affiliates. We're going to start off with our normal slides here. Boom, Ulanzi. Ulanzi is a great company for your lights. The light that is in front of me hitting me right in the face. I want to say these lights behind me, they're not. They're from Walmart. But the light that is in front of me is a Ulanzi light. I do have a couple other lights at home that I use that usually, light up on the side and have all the cool colors. But they're a great company when it comes to anything that has to do with lighting and photography. Check them out. Go on there. Go on to the link tree. Click on that link. Click on the affiliate code. It helps us out because you help them out. You buy their stuff. It comes to us. It's great. So check out Ulanzi. Love them. Actually, I'm going to buy a couple more things. Wow. Yeah. Anyways, Renegade Game Studios, guys, that is another affiliate of ours. They have some great games. They have stuff like Transformers, G.I. Joe, My Little Pony, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. They do RPGs and deck building games. If you know how to play D&D 5th edition, you can jump right into any of their games. They got cool little figures. If you look on the screen and see there, if you're listening to us, go onto their website, check them out. But go onto our link tree, click on the link in there. It sends you straight to them. It's an affiliate. And we then, you buy from them. It helps us out. You see how that's working? Yeah, it works really good. Next, we have somebody that is actually a partner with us, which is awesome. That is Legendary Supplements. So, if you guys haven't tried these focus drinks, you guys definitely got it. I'm going to send Mike some for sure. And if Nancy sticks with us, I could send you some too, so you could try that out. But what these things are their focus. They help you get focused. If you're a gamer, these things really help you out. because they get in line. They reset the whole sensory thing. The Blizzard Mojito feels like a tentacle is going up your nose and just punches your brain. That's the best way I could describe the Blizzard Mojito. But
That's the worst way to describe that.
that's the way it felt, man. It literally felt like a tent. I was like, we had people in our office, and I'm just like, oh my god, oh. And then I was like, all right, I'm good. But it was good. It was an intense thing. All right, but it's good. Trust me. It resets the sensory, and then it gets you into that dialed-in focus. It gives you a little bit of a boost of energy, but it's not so hard of a boost that it will make you crash. So it's a little bit more long-lasting. So if you guys want to, Geek Saga 77 is our code. Go to their website, put that code in, and you help us out because they're a great company. And Randy, if you're watching, sorry, if I'm describing it really bad, just tell me. But that's the only way I can do it.
I'm going to tell you, you're describing it really bad.
Hey,
I've had both flavors.
Try.
They're both delicious. The Kick and Mango Peach is everything you want from Mexican candy, and then you get that back end peach flavor right before you focus, and then it brings you in, and it's intense. Like once you feel the focus hit, it's crazy how focused you are.
Yeah.
I mean, I did it during that interview, and I was like just staring at the screen, and I had to apologize. I was like, I'm not ignoring you guys. I am just so focused on what you're saying. Like it's one of those stoner moments, you know what I mean? Like, no, I swear, I heard Jesus talking to me. And then the Blizzard Mojito is it tastes just like a mojito. You get that like minty, I don't know. It's got that mint flavor, and it's very crisp, very mentholy. It hits hard, and then same thing. The flavor's so strong that it refocuses you, and then it brings you in and dials you up. I used it on the range. I've used it during the interviews. I have yet to use it on the video games yet, so we'll see how that goes.
I actually used it on the range, and I did feel a difference when I was out there too. So it works, guys. If you guys definitely want, I mean, shoot, we've got a couple people that have already ordered when it comes to our viewers, and they've all said that it was great and it tastes really great. So check them out. And plus, I love Randy. He's an awesome guy. Today, out of the blue, he just texted me. He's like, hey, how's everything going? I was like, hey, what's going on? So really cool guy, great company. We want to definitely support them, and we love them. So, and I think that is, nope, we got Movo. Movo is the microphone that you hear me on. Movo is the microphones that you hear me on when I'm in my other little studio setting. And they're also the microphones that we're going to be using everywhere we go from this point on. Movo is a great company. Movo Photo does more than just the microphone right there that you see on the, is that on the left or is it on the right? Wherever. That microphone that you see right there, that microphone is the one that I use at home, and it's a great sound. Along with that vlogging little kit, I got the same thing at home, and I do use it when I go out when I need to just kind of get something by myself. So I use it. It's a great thing. It's a great company. Right now they're having a sale for microphones at a great price. So if you click on their affiliate code in our link tree again, purchase from them, it helps us out. And yeah, so with that, that is it for all those affiliates.
Nice.
Whew, man, I did that pretty good. I was actually within, I think I cut it down, but we're not done. Yeah, we're never done. Also, we want to throw out a couple of shout outs to a couple of comic book stores out there, which we're going to start with We Can Be Heroes, because I got chastised last week for going to another comic book store and not mentioning We Can Be Heroes. So We Can Be Heroes is a great company or a great comic book store that is out in Chatsworth. Julio, Donald, and all the guys are out there are awesome. They are ready to help you out if you have any needs for comic books. You're looking for a new type of comic book, and they always got streams going on during the week. So you got like Donnie's Doozies on Tuesday. You got the new Wednesday comics, your claims. He's got Afternoon Delight with Donald on, Afternoon Delights. I don't know how he comes up with these names. But great ways to buy comics. They're a great store. Also, we want to give a huge shout out to Golden Apple, which is out in Melrose in Hollywood. Been around for the last 45 years. and still going strong. So shout out to Ryan and Kendra out there. Love your store. I do go there too. So Donald, if you hear that, I don't care. I go to a lot of stores now. I got to always pick up my comics from somewhere. So, and infiniteabilities.edu, guys, they're a great company that they employ, and I think I got it right. I'm going to have it right this time. Essential needs persons to work in the store. And if Desiree, if you're listening, I hope that's right because I read something on your thing. Anyways, so they help them out and they hire them and then they sell comic books. So check them out on their website also. I think that's all of them. Yes, it is. Moving on. All right. This is starting to kick in. So sorry. Legendary subs. This is a energy drink, but I need it. I was telling Mike about this. This is what I just picked this up. Heroes Feast. It's a D&D cookbook by Kyle Newman and a couple other guys. But Kyle was on our show, and I can't wait. I'm going to get to cook. I don't know what I'm going to cook.
My son's had that book forever, dude. That thing's pretty cool. I didn't want to burst your bubble earlier.
Seriously, man. I was like, man, this is cool. It's new. And it's been around for a while. All right.
It's new to you.
So it's new. Thank you, Mike. It is new to me. I think I'm going to try to cook a couple of these things and do it online and see, how it comes out, if it comes out. So, anyways, all right. I'm babbling enough. We need to get our newest person that's on the screen to babble a little bit more herself. So, Nancy, again, cosplayer. You've been making your own costumes since you were how old?
In high school.
High school? Okay.
Yeah.
So what was your very first costume that you made?
I think it was Poison Ivy, actually. It was.
So you just improved your Poison Ivy.
Yes. So the first time around, I did the corset, and I think I did shorts. And that was it. And then the wig. And then this time around, I put a long skirt draping down, more details. Yeah.
That's cool. So how many other costumes have you done besides the first Poison Ivy and the new Poison Ivy?
I've done Harley Quinn, Hawk Girl.
Oh, that's cool.
Catwoman, the Joker. What else?
Sounds like you
The
stuck.
Mad Hatter.
You stuck with the DC world.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what got you into cosplaying in the first place, and then what kicked off your love for cosplaying?
Honestly, I don't know. I think it was just Halloween, going to the Halloween parties. That's where it first started off. As far as getting into DC, I wrote a paper in college. I had to write it I think it was a 5 or 9. I don't remember how many pages. A paper of my favorite superhero, and I chose Batman. So I did it on the trilogy. So I went in deep. And that's where I basically fell in love with him, and I started watching all the animated series and movies. And yeah, that's basically where it all started.
All right, I got to ask, what class was this?
It was for English.
Oh, damn. All right.
It was so hard. It was a hard class. I was trying to get an A, and I couldn't. I had a tutor, and I told him to check it, and I still got a B.
But B for Batman, so it's okay.
B for Batman. B for Batman in English, just all right.
So which college did you go to?
I went to Santa Ana College and then to Cal State Fullerton.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
So I graduated in fine arts for graphic design.
Oh, really? I actually graduated from Full Sail University for graphic design.
Graphic design, yeah.
Yeah, and then David right here he's an artist. He draws. He does a lot of drawing. He's actually really cool.
I do a little bit.
Just a little bit. So, how was your experience with Comic-Con? I mean, it was your first Comic-Con, and it was the biggest Comic-Con to go to, first of all. Was it overwhelming? Did you like it? Were you like, oh my God, I want to be here every day? What was it?
We were only there for we went for 3 days, but we only went twice. The first day, I only went to the things that were outside. Um, that was so much to do. We only went to like the Adult Swim and like two other things, and it was so hot as well.
It was over. Wasn't it like over 100 down there too? Ugh.
It was pretty
Once the fire picked up, yeah, then it got a little hotter.
hot, yeah. But it
Yeah,
was so cool.
But it's just crazy that you picked like the biggest one to be your first con to go to. It's like, wow, that place is huge. Like I still have yet to go. This guy David has been there tons of times because he always gets tickets.
Well, we used to live in San Diego, and then my
Oh.
wife was working at a hotel, and she used to get like pretty good prices on the tickets. So we went for like 6 years in a row or something like that. It was pretty cool.
That's so cool.
I loved
want
it.
every year.
Yeah, my first con was a long, long time ago. It was a little thing in Pasadena.
Oh,
Like-
nice.
It was it was the Pasadena Convention Center. You know where they film AGT, which I love AGT. I'm not admitting to it, but America's Got Talent. It's a great show. But it was inside of that place, and it was small. It was back in the day when it literally was a comic book convention where tables were just toys and comic books, and they did have a stage, and they had the first Punisher that ever came out was
Oh,
going to be
man.
revealed at that. Yeah, that was a long time ago. That just
Oh,
shows
man.
it.
Ooh.
You're talking about like the first Punisher with Dolph Lundgren
Dolph?
Punisher?
Yes, the first
Jesus
Dolph Lundgren Punisher.
You are old.
Hey, you know what? I'm not that old. Oh, look it. Still got all my hair. So, anyways,
Yeah, I'm jealous about that hair. I was like, that'd be nice.
it wasn't a jab at you, Mike. But seriously, I thought about that after I said it. I was like, oh shoot. I just said,
What a jerk.
Long gone, long gone.
so yeah, this is kind of what it is, Nancy. But awesome. So, so what's going to be your next cosplay that you're going to do, and is it going to be at LA Comic Con? Because that is right around the corner, and it is in your backyard, somewhat.
I'm not sure yet. I'm not. I was watching the new, what's it called, the X-Men,
Mhm.
animated on Disney Plus, and I kind of got inspired by the Jean, the clone.
Oh yeah.
She'd be kind of cool. I also recently got a blonde wig, so I was like thinking Black Canary as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, do you actually like make your costumes, or are you going, or do you like kind of find one that's kind of close and then you kind of try to modify it?
Yeah, I try to find, so I thrift stuff, and then I either cut hot glue. I want to learn how to sew, so that's something. Hopefully, I get a sewing machine by the end of the year and start experimenting with that. But all of my costumes that I've been thrifting and then just hot gluing stuff. Hot glue's been my best friend for so many years.
If you want to get into stuff that's a little bit more detailed, you should try EVA foam also.
I've seen, yeah.
That's where that's what I do most of my stuff out of. And it is a lot of fun to actually do that. And then the projects, because when we did last year's LA Comic Con, we worked with, and we still work with them, but that's Project Wish Upon a Star. Project Wish Upon a Star, guys. If you guys want to donate to a great charity, it's Project Wish Upon a Star. Veronica, Darren, sorry guys, I should have mentioned at the beginning. Love you guys, I really do. And but we got into their booth with them last year. They're super cool people, and they were going to have they call the kids heroes, and they're pediatric cancer patients that they try to bring to the events. And they were going to have one, and they were going to have her dressed like Batgirl. So I actually built a whole Batgirl costume from head to toe with the cape and everything. But yeah, she didn't get to show up, but that's all right. It was a lot of fun making it. So you want any tips on how to use EVA foam? Hit me up. I'll tell you. It's a lot of fun to work on. So we're getting a question over here from in Instagram from Regina. Who is your favorite character? Batman.
Batman. Yeah, it's kind of obvious it's Batman.
So, did you watch I'm sure you did. The latest The Batman movie.
The movie?
Yeah, the one with what's his face?
Pattinson?
Sparkly Vampire.
Yeah, Pattinson.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. What'd you think?
I liked it. It's a very different Batman. He's not my favorite, but he did a pretty good job. I liked the movie overall.
It was a good movie, and David was the one that pushed me to go see it because I was like, how am I going to go see this sparkly vampire put on the black cowl and still take him seriously? Because all I picture is in that, and yes, I did watch Twilight, but that scene in Twilight where he steps out like this and he's like, I'm sparkly. It's like, I can't see it. I can't take him serious anymore. I really can't.
When I saw it, it was just Batman being sparkly.
Yeah, until he slams down in that alleyway and Nirvana starts playing in the background. He's like, vengeance. And you're like, oh, dude, got me.
Dude, that scene, I was just all like, oh, yes. And then, I didn't see the sparkleness anymore. It just was vengeance.
I had a lot of the same moments when I saw Deadpool and Wolverine. Just like I was feeling a certain way, seeing a male character up there. I'm just like, oh, I'm a little too excited about this. Hey, I'm comfortable, so I don't mind saying
that. Should have wore the white pants.
Yeah, I didn't know how to feel. I was like, I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know anymore. But
yeah.
We'll talk about them in a bit. Really, we'll get to that. So Nancy, welcome to the show. This is it. We got my buddy Carranzo over here saying he was not sparkly, just emo. Yeah, he was. He was pretty emo.
He was.
Yeah, and I got to say it was great. It was good. I've watched it several times afterwards. So, but moving on, because we are going to move into our first segment, which is, hold on, let me get this up, and boom. This week in Geek History. This is a segment, guys, if you have not seen our show before, this is a segment where we actually dive in a little bit to some nostalgia and talk about movies that came out, premiered during this time. And so far, I've been the only one that knows pretty much every movie that pops up. So
you choose them all. Come on, dude.
Well, if everybody else put their 2 cents in, we could have movies that everybody likes. But I mean, I thought everybody would know American Graffiti.
It's a good Graffiti.
One. Mike?
Yeah.
I want to watch it.
It is. Nancy, you definitely should because it is actually a great movie. But even though this did come out before all of us were born, which was 1973, this was actually George Lucas's first blockbuster film.
Yep. Yeah.
So, yeah, if you didn't know that, this is one of his very first, and we actually get a cameo in it from Han Solo. Harrison Ford is in it. So,
I gotta credit this with this is why we have Mark Hamill. Because of this movie. It's just like, all right, cool. We got Mark Hamill, and I mean now we got he's so prolific. Even before Luke Skywalker, and I gotta say, okay, it's because of American Graffiti. San Francisco? Oh my god.
Well, actually, no, we got Ron Howard in American Graffiti.
I gotta talk to that tour guide in San Francisco. She was saying that American Graffiti did stuff for Mark Hamill. I will take it up with the big bus line in San Francisco.
No, actually, what it did do for Harrison Ford, actually. That's who this movie actually launched more, because during this time Harrison Ford was in this movie. He was also a carpenter. He then started working at the Lucas's house and was doing stuff, and that's when he actually grabbed him to sit him down to do the reads with a lot of different actors for the part of, he played the Han Solo part, Well, people like Mark Hamill and others came in to do their read for Star Wars. So,
Oh. Okay, so I probably got my name wrong. I
Yeah.
do apologize. My
but that's
uh,
okay.
the credit she gives to the movie for Mark Hamill is like if George Lucas wouldn't have had the success from this movie, then he wouldn't have been able to turn around and pour that money into Star Wars and carry Harrison Ford over to help him with those read-ins, because after he did so many read-ins, they were just like, "Bro, we can't cast somebody else as Han Solo. Can you just do the part?" And then he was like, I guess I'll do it. I mean, whatever. And then
in typical Solo fashion.
Well, I mean, you had people like Kurt Russell who actually read for that part, and who else? There was a couple others. It was Kurt Russell.
Swayze.
No, that was long before Swayze. I can't remember. There was
Marlon
several of
Brando?
them. Who?
Marlon Brando?
No,
No?
he was too old.
Oh.
But for Nancy, who has never seen this movie, because she's now looking at us like these guys are just babbling on.
Dinosaurs.
This film offers kind of a nostalgic feel to things. So this is actually kind of what Lucas was going for was kind of his life in Modesto at the time. So this was him growing up, and he was part of the car clubs because he loves cars. He truly does love cars. That's why if you watch the movie, it feels like it's a car club movie because you just see all these old style, and they're just cruising down the highway or cruising down the boulevard, just like Whittier Boulevard back in the day where I grew
Whittier
up.
Boulevard, man.
Yeah,
That's where I patrol it.
Mike knows.
That's where I patrol it, man.
Yeah, so that's what this whole movie is. It's a coming of age movie, and everybody is in high school. They're on their way out to go to start new lives. So, Nick Nolte and Christopher Walken.
Oh.
Yes. Other guys who tried. That's crazy to think that.
No. As soon as you say Christopher Walken, I'm like almost like zeroing on David and see if he's gonna try and go for that speech pattern.
Nah, man. I love commas and periods. I can't leave them out of my speech pattern. Can't do it.
Oh man, yeah. Like I totally always think of like his speech pattern and how he like just goes and he like it's like so erratic. I'm just like, all right, but that's
Every
that's
time
the
I hear
voice.
his name, I think of the Pulp Fiction scene where he's handing over the watch to the kid. That shit just makes me laugh every time.
Oh man.
So this movie was nominated for Best Picture, and it also grossed $777,000 on a really modest budget. I think it was it was a really modest budget made on it was made on a $777,000 budget. I got mixed up.
Yeah,
Anyways,
I watched the trailer and it
Uh-huh.
reminds me a lot of Grease.
Yeah.
2. The number 2 though.
Uh,
number 2.
not a great one.
That's
No,
not-
I mean I liked it.
I'm sorry. In that case, that's good. Yeah.
I was in choir in high school, so we did a lot of musicals.
So,
yeah.
so you could sing also,
No,
but you were in choir.
but I was in choir. Yeah, my whole high school years, I was in choir. I have a karaoke voice. Okay, like I could sing karaoke, but I can't sing like like good, like that.
I didn't know there was a different. I think I have a karaoke voice then.
Well,
Yeah,
karaoke.
like,
When they
know,
say
like,
karaoke voice, they mean
what?
they
Wait,
can match pitch to the song, but they
Yeah.
can't just create the pitch on their own and go for broke
Well,
like
we
most
might
of the
have to do
Filipinos. You know what I mean? Like,
oh, gee.
I will totally go for broke on that one.
And that is David and Mike at the Geek Saga. If you guys want to send any complaints, by all means, that was not me for once. Wow. All right. Now look at that. We don't even have James on here to start knocking on Filipinos, so it's all right.
dude,
Moving on.
he would have agreed with me. He would have double stamped my triple stamp.
All right, moving on. We've got Young Guns, released in 1988. This is like, again, another movie that I saw when I was growing up. I've alienated 3 people in the audience right here because they're like, no. But it is a great movie. Nancy, did you
I
watch
didn't
the trailer?
see it when it came out because I was only 4, but I did see it later on when I was like 10 or 11.
It was great.
After La Bamba, I went back and watched more movies with Lou Diamond Phillips in them.
There you go. There you go.
Nancy, did
Representing
you watch the trailer
valley.
on this one?
Yeah, I watched a couple of recaps and stuff.
What'd you think? Would you
I
watch it?
don't know. I don't like Western movies. I don't find them interesting.
This one is so good.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't watch that one.
Well, this was, as Lupe is saying right there, he says the Brat Pack Western. This is actually, it's a great way to actually describe it, because if you take a look at all the guys that are in this movie, most of these guys were moved on after this to do other great movies. Obviously, Kiefer Sutherland, Charlie Sheen, Lou Diamond Phillips, Emilio Estevez, Dermot McDermott, all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those guys. The guy in the background, he was always just a background player. He didn't move on from that. But all moved on to great things after this. Emilio Estevez actually turned down a couple of movies that were more about the Brat Pack, or not about the Brat Pack, but were like with that Brat Pack, which was like Rob Lowe, Ali Sheedy, Molly Ringwald. So he wanted to break away from that, even though the only movie he did with them was St. Elmo's Fire by this point. So this is what he did to get away from that stigma, was he went into Young Guns. So there you go. There's a little history. Yeah. But
And then, fun fact, the Regulator song, the intro to that, is pulled straight from the movie. It's damn near word for word a quote for that.
Oh, damn.
Well,
all right. Nice.
It's quoted because that dude in the background that I said he's always been a background player, that's whose voice you actually hear talking about the Regulators.
Oh,
So-
Yeah. There's a small portion. I think it's like one line that they cut out, but almost word for word, exactly pulled from the movie. So
I think they left
for
out
those
the
of you in
word.
the LA area, a little
You
history.
can't be just a geek off the
You got to
street.
be handy with the steel, if you know what I mean. You can't be any geek off the street.
Go.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
God,
With the lines. Damn.
It's
like when I hear that, it's like I want to just say Regulators.
roll out.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that, folks.
So, all right. So moving away from this movie, because again, I'm probably about. Oh, and there comes James.
All right,
Said
nice.
him.
I said his name a couple times, and there he is.
Summoned them.
Yep. You see the size of that chicken? Love James. James, welcome. All right. Moving on to a movie I've been told that everybody has seen, so I'm happy to say Freddy versus Jason. This was, guys,
It was the beginning of the end. It was
It
the
was.
beginning of the end for both franchises.
It definitely was, but it was kind of something that we were wanting because of what we had seen at the end of. Oh my God, which one was it? Was it Jason Goes to Hell?
Yes.
I think so. Yeah.
Where the hand comes up and grabs the
Yeah.
face. Yeah.
Yep.
So, because of that, we had been waiting for so long to get this movie, and then they made it, and then we wish that they had never made it. At least that's what I thought. You guys, what do you guys
Yeah.
think?
I was never a huge scary movie fan, mostly because my dad used to make me watch these when I was a kid, and I have an overactive imagination. So, like, to have my first Freddy movie be the one with all the, what was it? Is it 2? With Johnny Depp, where they're doing the whole comic book, like, superhero thing.
No,
Oh,
that's
comic book one was 2, I think. It was
was
either
it?
2
That
or
was
3.
the Dream Warriors.
Yeah, the Dream Warriors.
Yeah.
So for
Yeah,
that one to
where
be
he
the
has
first one to be stuck in my head, it just destroyed me because I have such an active imagination. I was like, dude, I'll never watch that crap again. But I did dress up as Freddy for Halloween one year because I thought it was cool. But yeah, so to see those movies and actually be afraid of them as a kid and then watch this one, I was like, well, what the hell is this? Like,
So it was probably more campy for you.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, but it was so campy that I was like, I can't even finish it. I just turned it off and I walked away
Oh
because I
man.
don't like scary movies as it is. So I was like, yeah, I'm over it.
Okay, Mike, what'd you think?
This came out when I was, I think I was a sophomore in high school. So, I mean, it was like the Friday movie. Like, it's just like, hey, everyone, let's just go watch this. I was just like, cool. So, I mean, I was just happy I was socializing. I really didn't pay much attention to it, but I was just like, yeah. I enjoyed the movie. It's nothing to write home about, but I'm just like, all right. I mean, yeah, when I think of Freddy, it's always going to be number one. Like, just the little eerie girl's voice singing the little rhyme. That's always going to be there
Hmm.
with me. So yeah. But you guys know me, or you folks know me. I'll take campy, so I don't mind.
All right, Nancy.
Honestly, I don't remember watching this one. I remember watching some of Freddy's movies, but I was so young, so I don't remember much.
Oh, she had to just throw that in. I was so young. Just nice jab. No,
I think it
just
was.
kidding.
What was the actual date this movie came out? Do you know that
2000.
offhand?
Uh,
Was it 3?
it was 2003, but it was it was 2003.
Yeah, I mean, I was trying to figure
August
out like
15th.
what August.
Is it? Yeah, August.
Dude,
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
2 months
So
away from having my first kid when this movie came out.
Jeez.
2 months later, David was born. So, yeah, I was already an adult,
Damn.
which means you were already an adult, you old man.
Hey, yeah, I was an adult. All right. Yes, I was already old enough to go to war. We were already into war at that point, and I was working in construction. So yeah. So,
oh man, Woo.
but okay. So Nancy, are you a scary movie person? Are you what kind of movies?
I do like scary movies. I've seen the Halloween movies, and I just haven't seen Freddy that much. I don't know. I think he makes me feel weird, uncomfortable. I remember seeing some scenes that were like inappropriate, and I was young, so I just never really got into it. But
Inappropriate. What inappropriate? What scenes were inappropriate?
I mean, I don't know if it was.
The tongue coming out of the phone, licking the person on the other hand. Dude, there's so many like, not that they were inappropriate like what we see on TV now, but like inappropriate for the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I guess I get it.
I think I was
Okay.
in 5th grade. I was either in 5th or 4th. And I remember seeing a little clip, and I was like, okay, like I shouldn't be watching this.
All right, I'll take that. So, but you like scary movies. You've seen the Halloween movies, which that's good because we do have a story about Halloween tonight. So a little bit of homework. If you get a chance,
Okay.
watch the original Nightmare on Elm Street,
Okay.
and then watch Dream Warriors because those to me personally, I
Yeah.
think those were the two best.
Yeah.
Even though
Oh, yeah.
one freaked out David a lot, but those I think were the two best ones. What do you think, Mike?
Yeah, definitely number one was good. And Dream Warriors, it was, I mean, I think of Dream Warriors and I think of the Simpsons Treehouse. And I'm just like, oh man, that
Yeah.
was like perfect. Yeah.
The Treehouse of
Yeah.
Horrors, yeah.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's like the perfect little mesh. But oh yeah.
All right. Well, so a little trivia on this one. This film marked the 8th installment. 8th. Holy crap! I didn't even know there was that many installments for Freddy, and the 11th for Jason. So by the time this movie came out, we've had 8 nightmares and 11 freaking Jasons.
Friday the 13th, whatever.
Or Friday. Okay, we had 11 Friday the 13th, but still, they should have actually made 13. That would have been great. But that's nuts. And
If
then
any executives are listening, we need our 13. We
No,
gotta
no,
get
no.
our 13. No,
no, we
13?
don't.
Okay, forget you executives.
No, we don't need any more of those because we saw what they tried doing with the Halloween movies. We don't need anything. Anyways, moving on. Next, we've got Super Bad. Super Bad, everybody. Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm getting around of everybody's seen it.
Oh yeah.
I think this movie came out, depending on the month, it was like right before or as I was hitting Iraq. So 2000, yeah, 2007, depending on the month, I was already in country or heading to country. So I watched this movie probably about 5 times just on that deployment, just because it was hilarious.
Dude, this movie was freaking. This is kind of the. This was the one that launched Judd Apatow to do movies.
Yep.
Yes, and it also gave Jonah Hill his big break. Like, he had already been doing movies, but it was definitely what sent him off.
So this time I'm gonna start from the bottom. So Nancy, what did you think of this movie?
I mean, it was. I mean, it's like the funny that it's the funny that where you have to kind of be high. That's all I could say. I guess my favorite scene was the liquor scene. Like,
Oh,
yeah, I think that's a classic.
I loved when they were in the cop car and they were just like driving. That was my favorite scene. But Mike, give me something.
All right, I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of background. I don't know if you guys know where I went to high school. I went to high school at St. John Bosco, so that's an all-guys school.
Yeah.
4 years, all guys. This is
Nothing
what it
but
was
dudes.
like. It's nothing but dudes, and so many times it's just like, hey, look at this big veiny thing that I drew, and I'm just like, oh god, this is what I just lived when I was 4 years there. So I saw it with my boys from high school, so they're just like, oh yeah, this is like, that's what we did. Also, I was a bartender when I was 16, so I had like loads of access to alcohol. So I was just like, okay, all right, yeah, that's yeah. It was nice to see where a movie was kind of mirroring my actual life.
You were a bartender at 16? Please tell me that was just because you were. Wait, what?
No, well, I've always had this, very suave, debonair, older man look. In fact, a little bit of trivia for Chicano Batman. My wife is 7 years older than I am.
Oh, damn!
Yeah.
Like going after the older women.
Wait. Other way around.
Oh, she was going after the younger. Damn.
Yeah. But I've had access to that, and so many times I remember I was getting bullied, and I was just like, hey, you guys just want to go to this place at this time, and then we kind of call it even, and we're good. And they're just like, shut the fuck up, Mike. Like, really? I was just like, yeah. And then they were there for like 2 weeks. Every single day they came, they partook, and yeah, never had any trouble since then. Was able to get along with everybody.
Wow.
Yeah.
If you guys out there don't know, I've talked to Mike off air and everything, and we were talking about like work. The dude has 6 jobs.
Oh yeah, baby.
I am just dumbfounded because I could barely handle one. And this.
Same.
Yeah. But Mike has 6 jobs.
6 jobs.
Man, it's nuts. But
It's
all right.
a lot.
Yeah. So, David, as you said, you were on your way, or actually, this is August.
Yeah, thanks to Jessica. August 17th. So I was already in country. I think I had already been there for a month, maybe 2, or June. Yeah, I was there for almost 2 months by the time this happened, because I went home. My second son was born, and then literally like 2 days later, I was flying into country. And so I saw this because we bought it on DVD from some local dude just selling freaking bootlegs everywhere. And we picked it up, and it was something we watched, I don't know, probably once a week for the first couple of weeks that we were out there. And you know me, I have to watch something once and the lines stick in my head. So by the end of the deployment, I could recite this whole movie. So yeah, it was great. I mean, what's not to like? Seth Rogen, this other freaking dude, the other cop, I always forget his name.
He's in the show Barry.
It's not Rainn Wilson. It's David. It's not David Pierce.
Oh my God, the name is escaping me too.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He's
Bill
not that
Hader.
important.
Bill
Yeah,
Hader.
Bill Hader.
Bill Hader.
Yes.
Bill
Sure.
Hader. Yeah, Bill
Thank you.
Hader.
He's good. I love impressions, so him doing all the impressions that he does, like that's why I follow him. And then Fogel, bro, like how do you not like Fogel in this movie?
Dude, that
He's
dude is
freaking
so
hilarious.
hilarious. Yeah. So Seth Rogen co-wrote and obviously starred in the film, which is primarily shot in Los Angeles. If you guys are looking for that liquor store that they actually went to, that store is actually still around, and it is in Burbank. I've actually gone into that liquor store just because I was working in construction at the time, working in the area, and I just went and picked a drink up, and I stepped outside, and I was like, freaking McLovin was here. And I was all like, that's actually kind of cool. So, it's
another
a great
fun
movie.
fact. Seth Rogen was actually supposed to be Jonah Hill, and Michael Cera is his best friend who helped him with the movie. So this is like a story of kind of the stupid shit they used to do as kids, and it was supposed to be Seth Rogen playing himself, but by the time
That's
he got
fun.
it, greenlit, he was already in his 30s or whatever. So
Yeah.
they ended up having to cast kids to play, and so Michael Cera is his homie, and Jonah Hill is Seth Rogen.
That's funny. That's actually really cool.
Yep.
Okay, so next week, am I here next week?
No.
Yeah, actually, I'm still in town. I will try to cater to everybody, at least with one movie, so we get all. As if Nancy wants to come back, but I'm just saying, just so next time we're like, yeah, everybody, yeah, I like this one, because I've seen, you name whatever movie, I've probably seen it. That's just how I am. David always makes fun of me because I watch even the worst movies, but those are the
Bad
best.
movies.
Bad movies. Freaking Tubi movies. I watch
Hey.
Tubi movies.
You need the
Right?
bad with the good.
Exactly.
Yep,
So-
yep,
One
you
day
need
he'll
the bad
watch
with the
something good.
I always watch something good. I just recently watched freaking Lawrence of Arabia, all 4 hours of it.
Horrible movie.
That was a
Horrible movie.
great movie. That is an amazing film. And if I could
The
watch it on
best thing
IMAX,
about Lawrence of Arabia is being referenced in Full Metal Jacket.
Gotta love Full Metal Jacket. Oh man,
that is a great movie. Nancy, have you
I
watched
love
that movie?
No.
Oh, it's okay. Don't watch it. You're gonna be like, wow. But
Yep.
so these films showcase the incredible range of stories that have captured the hearts of audience, from the nostalgia of youth to the thrills of horror showdowns. So with that, guys, that is This Week in Geek History. All professional. Look at that. Man, that was a good little... Getting better at this, huh? No,
It'd be more professional if you didn't give yourself props afterwards.
All right, well, somebody had to. Come on, nobody else is going to. I gotta give myself a little pat on the back. On the back, guys. On the back. Wherever. That's where. All right.
Moving on.
Moving on, guys. Moving right along. You guys know where that song is from?
No.
Muppets movie. Great movie. I actually look up and I just see Nancy laughing, and I know. But we're going to be moving into the next segment, which is some geek news, guys. So Deadpool and Wolverine crosses the $1 billion mark at the box office. Has everybody on screen right now seen this movie? Good. All right, then we can actually talk about it so we don't have any spoilers, because that would suck really bad. But I was really happy that I got to see this, and this movie has now joined the $1 billion club at the world box office. What is crazy about that is it did it in basically no time. What is this? The second week that it's been open, or second weekend?
I think third.
Yeah. No, well, it's gonna be third, but it's been 2 weeks already.
Yeah, so within 2 weeks,
right?
It hit $1 billion. Yeah, because it just came out last week, right?
No.
2
2
Wait,
weeks
it
ago.
came out, yeah, 2 weeks ago because we're at Comic Con.
So the film has grossed 495 million domestically and 535 million internationally, which brings the total to 1.3 billion. This movie is amazing. What do you guys think? Talk to me.
Prolific.
I loved it.
So, spoiler free, because we have one listener who hasn't watched the movie. They're going to see it
Wait, who?
Saturday.
Who hasn't seen it?
Someone by the name of Jessica.
Oh, so Jessica, what happened in the movie is they start out. No, I'm kidding.
I watched
Um,
in 3D. It was really cool.
They actually did it in 3D.
Yeah. The intro was the best in 3D.
Oh my god! Now I'm gonna have to go back to go see it in 3D. I did not know that.
They're gonna hit
Holy-
Trillion now. We got to do a 3D run.
Yeah, everybody go see it in 3D. Let's get them to 2.1 billion in the box office.
I won't do it.
So, huh?
I won't do it. 3D movies make me sick.
Well, not
You
all of
kind
us
of
are into
forget that you're wearing glasses.
You could just buy the ticket.
Okay.
Just get the ticket. Yeah, just buy
yeah,
the ticket.
just buy the
I'm
ticket.
good.
Just give Ryan Reynolds your money. There you go. Just do it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that you know what? That kind of makes sense now that you said that, Nancy, because some of those scenes where you're seeing stuff like flying out, I didn't even think about that.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, it was a great movie. I loved it. Did you? Now I know you're a DC fan, and I know that. I mean, David, me and him are huge Marvel fans. Mike, you're more DC than Marvel.
I'll take it all. All
You'll
of
take
it.
it all. All right.
I'll take it all.
Did you guys get all the references that were in there? Those little Easter eggs.
All of them. All of them.
I had to watch a recap on the Easter eggs. I watched it.
You know what? It's fine because I mean, this movie was paying lip service more to the fans, to the like, and it's again, I'm not knocking you, Nancy, but like to the hardcore, deep core, keep deep Wolverine, Deadpool like fans, to the point where it takes us back to when Liefeld first wrote or first drew Deadpool. So yeah, it was a lot to try to take in. As I was just sitting there and I was just like, holy crap, there's a lot of really cool things about it. So, yeah. But anybody else?
Man,
Dude,
I
it was,
loved it. Oh my god.
Go ahead, Mike.
Oh.
Give it to us.
Well, I thank you very much. I mean, come on, right there. I think the only regret I have about this movie, my wife has been in the market for a Honda Odyssey, and now we're just thinking, damn it, we slept on the Honda Odyssey because now we're pretty sure that price is just going to skyrocket.
Oh,
Bro, you slept on it, and the last thing I heard was Honda Odyssey fucks hard.
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
Deadpool
Yeah,
said it.
exactly. I'm so sorry, folks. That's my only negative gripe I have about this movie.
I feel bad for the dog.
I'm a huge Wolverine fan, so seeing this movie was great for me. I like the Deadpool movies. I was never a huge Deadpool comic book fan. I read them because I follow Liefeld. But this movie, like Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool, and this movie kind of like solidifies it. If the first one didn't for you, but this one definitely solidifies that. Just everybody in this picture that we used was freaking phenomenal in the movie. And my favorite part about the whole thing was Gambit. I'm telling you. You couldn't understand the damn thing he was saying.
It was so perfect. And
I couldn't believe it was him, that it was Chen, and I was like, it's really him?
Yep.
everything that he did in the movie was like legit him. He did the stunts. He did all the moves. I mean, if you've seen
He's a dancer,
Step Up.
like yeah.
he's a dancer. He's from Step Up. There you go.
He's an old school b-boy.
But I did just see a thing on Instagram, which was when he was on Jimmy Fallon, and he did the whole line about the cards going boom, and I was like, oh, dude, that's such a great line.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say, are you gonna do the line? Oh,
Oh no, dude!
Ah.
My favorite line was, "Who? I'm about to make a name for myself. Like that, when he said that, I was like, so
Yeah.
good.
That's when I felt a little tingly, and I was all like, I don't know how to feel.
Exactly. I too felt that tingle. I felt that tingle and I squealed. Like my voice went up a couple of decibels. I
You're
was
like,
just like, oh my god, Magic Mike, he's Gambit. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I felt the same way about Blade. I saw Blade, and then as soon as he dropped his only gonna be one Blade motherfucker, I was just like, oh god, they brought him too.
Yeah. Nancy, have you seen Blade?
I haven't seen Blade.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
I know it came out a long time ago. So
It wasn't that long ago.
I know. I was gonna say she's like Blade. I got like a stake through the heart hearing that. It's like, oh my god.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, how old is the MCU?
It's dates all shoot. If you want to go all the way back to when
No,
it
no.
was
MCU begins Iron Man 1.
Yeah.
That's the official launch of the MCU,
okay.
right? And Blade had already had a full trilogy and years in between before we kicked off Iron Man 2
Yeah.
or Iron Man 1. So
Yeah.
she's not wrong. That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Okay. So to add to your list of Elm Street movies, you got to watch at least the first Blade. I think that was the best.
Definitely
Part 2
number
was
one.
okay. Don't watch part 3.
All
I
three
haven't
are pretty good.
Oh, sorry. What?
Electra.
You haven't seen Electra?
No, I haven't seen that one either.
That's okay. You're not missing anything. That's just
No. Oh.
you can go without watch the recaps. There you go. Go onto YouTube, watch the
recaps. Recaps will do it.
That's all you need.
I mean, it was a spin-off from a movie that was done during the writer strikes. Daredevil suffered, and then Elektra movies kind of suffered from that. They're entertaining. I mean, if you want to see a strong female lead, go watch it. It's not bad.
Yeah.
If you're not a huge Elektra fan, comic book wise, it's going to be a good watch because it's going to be entertaining to you. For those of us who are huge nerds, we're like, what is this crap? It's nothing like Elektra. But if you're not one of those people, you'll have a good time watching it.
So then, Nancy, go for it.
Okay. I'll watch it.
And tell us what you thought, because like I said, like David said, we're those huge nerds that are just like, what do you huh? But yeah. So this movie marks Marvel's studios, not just Marvel, because we have Blade, which was a rated R movie. We had we had Blade, and then the first Deadpool, which were rated R movies. But this marks Marvel Studios' first rated R movie, and not only that, but the first rated R movie to hit $1 billion mark. A significant achievement for our franchise. That's a huge thing. So I thought it was crazy to hear that Barbie hit $1 billion, but this movie, I mean, was there any doubt? After we watched it, I mean, this movie was amazing. So, yeah, there we go. Moving on, though, we're going to move on from this, and we're going to stay within the whole realm of Deadpool Wolverine. And a new rumor, sorry. There we go. New rumor claims that Hugh Jackman will reprise his role of Wolverine in the Avengers Secret Wars and Beyond, which, man, Jessica, earmuffs. You're going to go see this movie on Saturday. You don't want to hear any of this.
Till he's 90.
Hearing that line saying he's going to play it till he's 90. It's like, what? Yeah.
Yep.
So, you know that the biggest thing that Hugh Jackman said, and the reason why he didn't want to come back to play Wolverine, was because of what strain it put on his body. And I could believe that.
That's crazy.
What do you mean? What's crazy?
It's crazy. The diet, the workouts that he had to do, I think he did it in 2 months.
Yeah.
And he had to dehydrate himself, and
the dehydration.
That it was like it's one of the healthiest things to do.
Yeah. So, and that's the thing is that when he played Wolverine the first time, he had to cut down and bulk up. And if you actually saw the original X-Men, he didn't look as ripped as he is now.
Oh yeah.
But if you watch the progression in the Wolverine movies, he got bigger and he actually got leaner too as he was bulking. So Hugh Jackman ain't young. He's a lot older than all four of us.
I think
And
he's 53.
He's definitely in his 50s.
he's
Yeah,
in his
yeah.
50s.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's in his 50s.
So Nancy, you said that you were out, you went and you were at the gym, you had done workout. Can you imagine doing this to your body, like bulking? Not, I mean, just doing what he had to do in 2 months.
It's a lot.
6,000 calories is what he was consuming
Jesus.
a day.
Oh
Yeah.
my god. And a lot of tilapia, right?
That's a lot. Just everything.
Uh-huh.
56 years old.
He's 56 years old. God, I wish I could look that good at 50 right now. Period.
Well, when he was on the Wolverine, I think I remember reading that in between like sets where he had to be without his shirt on, he was repping 315 for like 3 to 5 and then going out on set so that he could have a huge pump by the time he got out there.
That's nuts.
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
then
that
that's
was
also
what-
when he would go.
I have
Go
a
ahead.
question.
Yes.
For Logan, was he meant to look older than in
Yeah.
this movie?
Yes.
Okay. Because I'm
Yeah.
like, why does he look way younger in this movie than in Logan?
So in Logan, he's supposed to be. There's a whole line of comics that's Old Man Logan, and this is a time when he's old, and it kind of takes from that. So he is supposed to look old, and that's why at the end of that movie he actually ends up dying.
Yeah.
But in the comics he ends up finally dying too.
So what they don't tell you in the Logan movie is at the time that that's happening in the comic books, his healing factor has been affected for some reason, and it's his adamantium is slowly poisoning his body over time. So by the time we get to the Old Man Logan like storyline, he looks way older because he's like 265 years old by the time Old Man Logan happens, and the adamantium is now poisoning his body because his healing factor is affected. Because I think they said something about like they cured mutation or something like that in one of the comic book stories prior to that. So it affected his mutation, and it just slowly the metal itself is what kills him. So that's why he looks all decrepit, because he can't lift no more. He's barely moving his body around at 385 pounds. So
Yeah, and you got if you don't know the comic books, he's supposed to be 5'4". Was 5'3" or 5'4"?
Yeah,
he's 5'3", 180 pounds without metal, 385 pounds with the adamantium in his body. Short
High
king.
four.
Yeah, 5'4"
5'3".
or 5'3".
Yeah, he's the
5'3".
short king.
So how tall are you, Nancy? Because you're laughing.
Because I'm 5'2", but I remember something from the movie, and I'm not gonna say it, but I think you guys know.
Yeah, he's 5'3". So what you're referencing, like that's
Yeah.
actual what he's
That's
supposed
the
to
actual
look like.
That's how
size
he's supposed to look. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's
so
a
he would
short
be
king.
slightly taller than you.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But to think you're dragging around 385 pounds, that's just. But back to the actual Wolverine, which is Hugh Jackman, who stands at 6 foot. What is he, like 6'2" or something?
I think
Yeah.
6'2". Yeah.
6'2".
Um,
And I think he walks around at like 225 when he's at Wolverine weight.
Jeez. Yeah, well, whatever, Hugh Jackman. Go back to doing your song and dance on freaking Greatest Showman. But which I like that little throwback in the Odyssey too. Was with the Greatest Showman. So we were thinking that Logan was dead, Wolverine was done, Hugh Jackman was done, and the rumor is that they're going to bring him back for more. I don't know. I feel like they should just let him be, and we bring in, because they opened up the multiverse in all these movies. Why not bring in a new Wolverine?
Oh, and that would be a good one. Just oh man.
So
Yeah.
We just had this conversation, and like I said,
I don't-
the only defining factor you need is he just has to identify as Canadian.
Yep.
That's really all that matters. Make him short, make him huge, and make him Canadian.
Yeah,
Yep.
I mean, and the way nowadays is, I mean, anybody can identify as anything. So I identify as a Canadian. There we go. And I'm only a little taller than that. So I think I could play it.
Too
What do
tall.
you think?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Too
Oh
tall.
yeah.
I won't allow it.
Thanks. Thank you. Thank you very much. That's coming from one of my best friends out there. I won't allow it. So I don't know, guys. How do you guys feel about him continuing on as Logan? What do you guys think, really quick, before we move on to the next story?
If they were able to go and drag Michael Keaton to be Batman at however age he is, all right, we can definitely make this happen.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe that.
All right, Nancy.
I agree.
Oh,
I mean,
well,
I've seen all of the movies, of his movies, so
she's a fan. It's
I'm a
just
fan.
I think we're gonna see a lot of people come back for Secret Wars. I don't think it's gonna be a Hugh Jackman exclusive. I think they're gonna pull a bunch of dudes that are no longer playing roles anymore back. So I think it's only natural that they would bring him in as well. So I don't know. I say bring him back, give him his last farewell, and then they'll probably use the multiverse to introduce a new Wolverine later on.
all right. So we'll see him at 90, and that's when we'll finally get a
Maybe.
new Wolverine. But of course, James right here, he's going to be Filipino Canadian, and he is working on his 6,000 calorie per as we speak.
He said that's a
so
bucket and a half of chicken, and he gets that in.
We're in good hands. We
So
are in good
KFC
hands.
Golden Corral, if you want to sponsor James on his way to become the first Filipino Canadian Wolverine, there we go. All right.
You can find him at Distance Nerding.
Find them at Distance Nerding. Their podcast is not today. But moving on to the next one, which is Michael Keaton. Beetlejuice has a. Michael Keaton says Beetlejuice has a stronger story than the original. All right. So, what does everybody feel about the first Beetlejuice? Let's just start off. David.
It was weird, and I liked it. It was just out there enough that it was interesting, and it had Michael Keaton. He was carrying over from Batman. I mean, how could you go wrong?
Yeah, this is true. Mike.
Ooh, I have never heard an amazing use of Harry Belafonte until that movie. And I mean, that's like the one thing that like sticks out is just the music. I mean, the music there, and then you have Catherine O'Hara, who like now I like definitely affiliate with Moira. And I mean, and then before that, Kevin's mom. I was just like, oh man, that lady was a prolific actress. Like, oh my goodness. So,
She's definitely great in Schitt's Creek.
Oh, I love her in Schitt's Creek. Oh man, she's the
great
best.
show.
Yeah. She's amazing. Total doll she is.
Nancy.
Like David said, like it was just very random. I feel it was entertaining, and I love the rawness of it too. Like, I guess all like the props and all that stuff. It's very raw, and that's so it's very different.
Yeah, I mean, because it was very Tim Burton. I mean, this is like Tim Burton at Tim Burton's height. And we were just learning about Tim Burton because we just, like David said, we just got, previously to this was Batman 89.
Yep.
And then we roll into this, and it's like, man, he goes from that to this. I mean, it's actually pretty cool. But now, has everybody seen at least a trailer? Well, David's out because I know he doesn't watch trailers. You two, have you guys at least watched a trailer or two from it?
Unfortunately, I can't say. I signed an NDA.
All right.
Nancy.
So yes.
All right. So Nancy, what do you think?
I haven't seen the trailer, but
Yeah.
I've seen snippets. I haven't seen the whole trailer. I've seen snippets.
Okay.
Though. Yeah, and I read that this time around it's more you're able to connect to the characters more, I guess, because in the first one you don't, because it's really random, and this time there's more personality to them. That's what I read.
So okay, so that's what I mean. That's what Keaton's leaning towards when he says it's a stronger story. Um, I've seen a couple of trailers, and it feels like it's now on a big budget. If you guys kind of get what I'm saying,
Yeah.
and it doesn't. It still has the dark look to it at times, and then but it's also got the neon, so it kind of looks well. You can't tell from my background because it's all washed out, but it kind of feels like they just threw in some LEDs in a dark area, and that's what you're kind of getting for like the underworld. Um, but I don't know. All three of you guys going to want to see it, or are you guys going to kind of wait till it's
We're gonna
streaming
see
to see it? All right, so that was quick.
I'm gonna watch it. I think I'm gonna wait till it's on like a tightwad Tuesday at the theater, or freaking, or wait till it streams. I'm not super excited about the movie. I just feel like they're not gonna have the practical effects that made the other one great, because those practical like models and stuff kind of like freaked you out. You know what I mean? You're like, whoa, why is he turning into this like floating rubber man with the circus hat on his head? And then all of a sudden his arms fall out and it goes crazy. You know what I mean? And we're gonna get that digitally, but it's not gonna have that same feel like the old movie had.
All right, Mike.
Oh man. Your Geek Saga community is gonna get a good one tonight.
Oh,
So, all right, just a little bit especially want to open up for a little discussion for the three of you. Which which actor do we feel snubbed on that probably should have played Joker?
Michael Keaton
Hey.
should have played.
Not
Huh?
not Keaton. Joker. So which actor has everybody always said he has to be the Joker?
Defoe.
Bingo.
Oh yeah, Defoe is in. I forgot that Defoe is in this. Willem Dafoe.
Yeah. If you've ever thought of what it might be like to see Batman and Joker Defoe on a big screen, I could totally see how this does it. Yeah.
I didn't even.
And
Because
this is why I'm saying it's exclusive for you guys.
yeah, I forgot that Willem Dafoe. Which Nancy, you know who Willem Dafoe is, right?
Ah.
He
I
played
saw the-
Green Goblin.
I had to look there. I looked
He
over
was
at
the
you.
Green
and I was
Goblin
like,
in the Spider-Man movies.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're like deep into like geek core like knowledge right now. So it's just like
Yeah, I can
everybody has
see
always said.
him as the Joker.
Yeah, so everyone has always said, oh, it has to be a Joker Defoe or a Defoe Joker. And we have Batman. And I gotta say, I liked it. I think it would definitely work. And I think that's about as much as I can say.
Yeah, from now that I remember the few little snippets that you see of Willem Dafoe, he does look pretty damn sinister in the movie, and he's supposed to be kind of the baddie in this one. As far as the practicals, David, I think they are still leaning heavily towards practical effects because it's Tim Burton. He doesn't go towards as much CGI as anybody else. He loves the practicals himself. So he wants to keep the feel of the original Batman, the original Beetlejuice. So we're still going to see a lot of practicals in this movie, which I'm on the fence of whether I want to go see it or not. I probably will go see it if it's like you said, Tightwad Tuesday, and it's cheap enough. I'll go, but I don't know if I would spend the full amount. But I could be wrong. I may see it sooner than that. So,
When apparently he has a wife in this movie, right?
yeah. That's oh my God, who was it that's playing his wife?
She was in The Matrix. It's Monica Bellucci.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's who it is.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah.
So
Oh man, it was.
like,
Yeah, yeah.
like all of us have read in in the articles that I sent out, it's supposed to dive a little bit deeper into the story and the backstories of these people. So I guess we'll wait and see what to expect.
It'll be here quickly. It'll definitely be here quickly. I
Oh,
could
it's gonna be here
definitely
real quick.
see. Yeah, like on a Sunday morning, you get some breakfast, you go for the first showing. All right, yeah, you got the nice Sunday matinee ticket. Yeah, enjoy it. It's a good Sunday movie in the morning during the day. Yeah.
So matinee. If you guys really want to see
Matinee.
it, go on a matinee.
Yeah, matinee.
Nighttime,
Matinee. Yeah.
but all right. Moving on. And I threw this one in because of video games, because 2 Halloween video games being developed by the team behind Evil Dead the game. Now, because I know that David's the biggest, I'm going to say biggest gamer out of all of us. I don't know. Nancy, are you a huge gamer? No? Kind of?
No, I'm not.
Not at all?
Like I just like the arcade games.
Okay.
Yeah,
I like-
arcade games I do like.
So have you ever been to level, was it Lost Level?
Oh, I missed that
Lost it.
place. It was
Where's
off
that?
of Harbor and no, it's off of Beat. No, it's off of Harbor and Commonwealth.
Well, now it's over in Fullerton. They have there's one in Fullerton, and then there's one in Montclair, because that's
It was in Fullerton. And they closed it down.
Did they?
Yeah, they closed it down. I would take my kids
Oh.
there all the time. Spent so much time and money over there.
So it was an arcade. It's one of
Yeah.
those where you pay like $10 for an hour and you play unlimited games.
Yeah. Oh man, another good one gone.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh well. It just. Yeah. They only last so long because the nostalgia kind of wears off. But the cool thing about this game is, and I know again, David said he's not a huge horror fan, but I threw this out there because it is a video game. So
I don't
Yeah.
like scary movies. I never said I don't like scary games. I
I'm
didn't
just
mean to
saying,
cut you off. I just had to clarify.
you don't like horror films. That's what I said.
Films, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not a big film fan, but I've played like Resident Evil, Silent Hill. I've played Dead by Daylight, the Left 4 Dead franchise.
Left 4 Dead. That's a good one. Yeah.
Dude, I played the Evil Dead game when it came out on the Xbox, the original Xbox. Actually, that was not Evil Dead. That was the Army of Darkness game.
Yeah.
So I've got a little bit of a background playing the games. Outlast was freaking scary as hell. Fatal Frame, I played at 18 years old, and I walked around turning every light on in my house for like a month because that game freaked me the hell out.
Yeah.
If
Fear.
it's done like Dead by Daylight or Outlast, I think this could be an amazing way to keep Halloween going.
Yeah.
So it's going to be kind of leaning towards behind, or kind of like Evil Dead, they said. So I don't know how good that can be, but the best part about this is John Carpenter himself is helping to develop this. Now, if you don't know John Carpenter, he is the man behind Halloween. He's the man. And Nancy, have you ever seen besides Halloween, have you seen The Thing?
The thing, yeah, I think I have. I'm pretty sure I have.
You would remember it because you'd remember that how there's one scene where the dude was giving another dude, like, he was doing the CPR thing, and all of a sudden his chest collapsed, turns into a mouth, and bites the dude's hands off.
I feel like I watched it, but I can't remember. I'm so bad.
It's okay.
It's because I watch movies and then I forget. I have to rewatch them.
A lot of movies.
I'm gonna give you a list of movies that you have to watch and be like, okay.
Like, I love movies, but I don't know why. Like I have to rewatch them a couple times.
That's all right. I mean, David watches it once and you memorize his lines, and you just got to watch it a couple times and you'll get it.
It's my tism, bro. I didn't choose the part of the spectrum I fell on. Okay.
But this game could be cool, like David said, if it's a Dead by Daylight style game, which those games are a lot of fun to play, and you're being chased by the monster itself, and you're trying to survive. Now, the game that freaked me out was Silent Hill.
Yeah.
That's the one where I literally was sitting in my room and all by myself, lights were out, and I don't know why I was doing that, but I just was lazy. I didn't want to go get up to turn on the lamp. I'm playing that game, and when the lights, the whole bell, the thing, and everything happens, and all of a sudden we switch to the other world, and those little bastards with little knives coming out, and you hear them. Yeah, I had no idea that was going to happen, and when I heard it, I was like, "What the hell?"
Yeah.
I was like, when I kept playing, and it was again, I was like, "God damn it!" And that's when I turned on the light, and I was like, "Yeah, this game is freaky." So there are games that can scare me. And
Dude, I'm telling you,
especially when you got like headphones, darkness. Oh,
no, I won't do that.
if you've never played the original Fatal Frame game, go find it, sit down and play it. There's no music, there's no background music at all. You're literally walking in an old mansion. Actually, it's like a feudal Japanese manor, and you can hear the paper doors slide open and close. You can hear your footsteps on the wooden planks on the ground. You can hear the wind blowing in the background, but that's it. That's your background sounds. And you don't get any weapons. You just have a freaking camera. And you have to take pictures of these ghosts as they pop out to get them to disappear and dissipate and then move forward through the game. I think I know of 3 people who made it past night 2. You're supposed to get through 3 nights on the game.
Jeez.
Yeah, dude. I went back to try to play it a couple years ago, and I was like, yeah, I'm still not into this shit. I'm over it. 32 years old, and I was like, fuck this, and I turned it off. I was like, nope.
Well, I mean, with the invention and use of VR now, and putting those headsets on, even freaking Five Nights at Freddy.
Yeah.
Oh, especially if you got buddies that are gonna like deliberately like trip you and mess with you when you have everything on. Yeah. It's just like it's horrible.
I didn't even do that. I was just in the room because I was like, oh, I'm going to try this out. Somebody, the kids, they play it, and so why not? And it's like, nope. Took it off. I was like, nope, not going to do that again. That was no, that was not fun. So there you go, Nancy. You got to check out some games too now. So Fatal Frame, look it up.
Scary as dude. PlayStation 2, Xbox. Original Xbox time frame. That's how old that game is, and like I said, to this day, people still can't finish the damn thing.
I believe it. Yeah, I definitely believe
it's
it.
Scary.
Yeah.
No. But yeah. So, but as far as this game, hearing that John Carpenter is actually a part of making it, what do you guys think? Could it be? I
want to say John Carpenter was actually. I think there was a recent tweet from him saying that the main thing he loves doing, aside from directing, is actually going and playing video games. I want to say there was a little snippet. I could be wrong, but I think if that man is spending all of his leisure time playing games, all right, hey, let the guy cook.
Yeah, no, he is quoted as saying that he's a huge gamer himself, and he's thrilled to help bring Michael Myers, to life again in this game. So I don't know what to think. It'd be something that I'm gonna have to just wait and see. So when it comes out, I think all do that, like actually get on and play and just get freaked out.
Prior to this, the only Halloween game we've ever got was on the NES, right? Oh no, that was Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, who's the studio developing it?
Well, I know it's going to be powered by Unreal.
Okay.
So we already know that could be. It's going to be pretty, like as far as graphics, going to be pretty.
Yeah, it would be real pretty. It would be a nice game.
A pretty way to die. So the games is going to be. Let's see, Team Games expressed his excitement about working with these. So it's Team Games.
All right.
Well,
So
Boston
any executive from Team Games, forward us a copy so we can review.
4.
4 copies. 4 copies. Yep.
So yeah, there we go. That is it for the news, and let's bring it out like this. Where's it at? All right, so that was news. That was geek history, and yeah, that's pretty much it for us for tonight. Because man, we are hitting that hour and a half mark. That was quick. I didn't even realize how long we've been on.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Nancy, did it flow for you? Did you like that? Have you had fun?
I learned a lot.
She's like, I learned a lot. I'm not coming back because these guys are.
No, this is cool. I love it. I like it. I'm learning a lot, and I like movies and everything. So I just wish I knew because I told him like if I would have known, I would have watched everything. We watched everything so I could talk about it. But it's okay.
Well, I think if you do want to come back, then awesome, and we will figure out a way if there's movies that you don't know to get them to you before that, so you know, so you can join in with the more of the banter. I'm using big words, banter.
That's actually a small word. It's just a not normally used word.
I'm trying, all right.
It has a complex meaning to it. Yeah.
It's complex, yes.
Complex. It's complex. Thank you. Complex word. I am not going to sleep tonight. That sucks.
There you go, Nancy. James says he blames Eugene because he didn't prep you enough.
Hey, you know what, James? We don't need any guff from you over there.
You leave Uncle James alone.
I like James.
He takes care of us.
He does.
Yeah. I know I saw a good question from James. He was asking about different cons and other events, and I think he mentioned something about San Jose.
Yeah, they're actually going to be up at San Jose. Where was it? He keeps mentioning Power Morphin Con. James, we would love to go to Power Morphin Con. It's coming up really quick. We don't have media passes for that. We just submitted our applications for LA Comic Con, so hopefully we won't need you guys to help us out on that. But if we do, I'm going to be hitting you up. San Jose, which is, I forgot what con that is.
I think it's GalaxyCon.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think it's GalaxyCon, and I think We Can Be Heroes. I think they're going to be there with the Nando Knight.
Oh, so unfortunately, I'll be out of town for a week. I'm being tortured and being sent to Hawaii. So thank you, Uncle Sam. I will tattoo you on the back of my.
You volunteered for it. Shut up.
I did not volunteer for this one. I didn't even want to go. They told me at the last minute and said, you're going to go. And then they waved money in front of me. I said, all right, I'll go. So
yeah, GalaxyCon is 16th to the 18th. That's this weekend. We'll be at Grill.
My God, yes, we definitely can't even go to that. But LA Comic Con, we are definitely going to be out there. We are looking forward to. We got you. Oh, really?
Ooh.
You know the promoter.
There you go. You know those are always the fun ones. Oh yeah.
So Nancy, we do go to cons, and we try to go to as many as we can. So those are some perks to being a part of the Geek Saga. I'm just saying. But hold on, let me fix this. All right. So yeah, that's pretty much it for us tonight, guys. I mean, it was actually pretty fun with 4 people. It actually makes the time go real quick. But let's start with, because as far as us above, we'll tell you guys where you can find us. But as far as everybody else below us, let's start with Mike. Where can we find you at?
All right, folks. To anyone who's listening, you can find me at mgarcia5159 on Insta and TikTok. If you have any needs for Chicano Batman, just light up that signal and I'll help you out.
It's the cowl with a beard.
Adam Westside.
Just beard. Just beard. Oh yeah.
All right, and Nancy, if you want to give out any of your information, how can they find you?
Okay, well, I'm on Instagram and TikTok as Nancy SG1993, and yeah, I just post daily stuff.
Cool. All right. And guys, as for us, as the show fully is the Geek Saga, and you can find us on TikTok, Twitch, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, all at the Geek Saga. If you guys have any like events that you want to like promote, if you want to come on our show, if you got a comic book that you want to promote, things like that, by all means hit us up. You can hit us up at several different Instagram or Gmail accounts also. But hit us up at info@thegeeksaga.com because we do have a website. It is www.thegeeksaga.com. We also have shirts. We're going to be putting those up really soon. I'm just getting my order in so we can actually restock and everybody can see the shirts that we have. I'm not wearing one right now. Neither is David, but that's okay. We didn't want to look like dorks being like, hey. But check them out, you guys. The pictures will be up. I am working on that too. I've got a lot on my plate. Like I said, I'm leaving town and it sets things back. But anyways, check out all our stuff on those things. You can also listen to us on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, several other platforms that are out there. Anchor can add in more platforms for you to listen to our podcasts in other places. So I think that's pretty much it, right, David?
Yeah. I mean, to clear it all up and bring it all back in, we want to shout out Darren and Veronica at Project Wish Upon a Star once again. They always have Tim with them. He's always assisting. He's always doing things with them. But if you can, go to our Instagram. There's a link for them at all times. You can find, click on that link, donate if you can. If you cannot, just show them support. Follow their Instagram, follow their Facebook page. Everything they do for those heroes is amazing, and it's all done out of their own pocket. And they've been doing it for years. So they're not going to stop doing those things, but every little bit will help them to get those heroes the experiences that they wouldn't have otherwise. So we do what we can, and we would love to see you guys do some for them as well.
Also, a quick shout out to Mark Weiss at Comic Books for Kids. Check them out too. The dude's amazing. Like, these guys that have these charities have huge hearts, and like, they reach out to me and see how I'm doing. I'm like, okay, because they know how big my heart is, but and upside down.
2 cents is too small.
Yeah, just like the Grinch. But Mark Weiss has a great thing where he actually gets comic books and also other pop culture items like toys and stuff, and sends those off to hospitals for the pediatric patients there. And you can donate. We're going to have, I think I have a link up. If I don't have it, I'm going to put one up for them. Hit them up. But anyways, again, David, take us out.
And one more, the Golden Apple Foundation. Go find them. We're going to plug all 3 of them because we promised them that we would. But they also do amazing things for the comic book community where they pay back that money. Most recently, they got a collection of comic books from a person who passed on, and he wanted his comic books to go back to his alma mater. They boxed them all up and donated them to that school. And now they are a private collection at that library, at that school, for people to see and use. And that's just one facet of the things they do as well. So go find them, find the Project Wish Upon a Star and Comic Books for Kids, and just find something that moves you, and help out all 3 if you can. If not, just like them all. Like them and repost them so someone else can get the hey, the Geeks All the Toes to do this. You know what I mean? But as always, that was the Geek Saga for this week. Find us next week when we will be doing the same thing, same bad time, same bad channel, when the saga continues.